Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
Alrighty, it is in fact time for Danny Bonaduce, life coach. You can call me. Here's the phone number. I'll give it to you right now. Write it down unless you're driving, and then if you're trying to remember it, it's kind of easy. 1-800-252-1025. We also happily take your emails at lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let's start with Ricky in Lacey. Good morning, Ricky.
Good morning.
How are you?
Hey, I've been having a food addiction issue for some time. I'm up to 320 pounds and trying to figure out how to beat it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad you called. Although, are you talking to a doctor or a psychologist and or a psychiatrist about that?
Talking to a diabetic specialist, yeah.
A diabetic specialist, because your weight has put you into, you now what, type B diabetes now?
Yeah, type 2, yeah.
Type 2 diabetes now. Okay, here's the thing I want you to do, because I think, and I want you to stay with the guy, the diabetes counselor. I want you to stay with that, but that's not the root of your problem. What has happened? You got the problem, and that has manifested your diabetes, and that guy's not doing a lot for you beating your food addiction. And I don't want you, because have you thought about lap band surgery, or, there's so many since I became aware of lap band surgery, whatever. What kind of surgeries have you thought about?
I'm kind of scared to go under the knife.
Well, that's fair, and you're not big enough, Ricky. I don't want you to go under the knife. I mean, you can, you can. It's medically sound. When my mom went under it, oh man, 40 years ago, with the requirements where you had to be at least 200 pounds, so you're at least, medically sound to get it. But here's what I want. You can eat through that stuff. And if you're still eating and you still got this food addiction and you make no changes in your life and you're still doing the same things that got you up to 350 pounds, you'll eat through the surgery. So don't do the surgery yet. You got to get the food addiction under control. Now, is this person, now, what is the person you're dealing with? What is their job title?
They're just an MD.
Yeah. Oh no, an MD's good. An MD's really good. I'm surprised he hasn't at 350. Is it 350 or 320?
320.
Yeah, at 320. I'm surprised he or she has not introduced you to a specialist yet. You know what? What are you addicted to in general, or is it just all food?
I was over 400 pounds, but I've been eating a lot of vegetables and stuff to help. Like they said, stay away from carbs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, they were right, my brother. So here's what I would like you to do, because I know that you want the lap band surgery. I'd like you to not consider it. Well, there's nothing you can do but consider it. I'd like you to not physically do it till you're looking at 250. And that will show me you know how to keep this food addiction under control. Because the worst thing would be not only will you have to go through all of this again if you don't get really sick. And as you said, Ricky, there is some danger with going under the knife, but not a high rate of risk there, Ricky. Once you decide to go under the knife, just do it. I promise you, it will be fine. I will even come and hold your hand if you wish. But the thing you got to do is show me and others and yourself as the big thing there, Ricky, that you can beat the weight on your own, that you can manage it. And there's something about you that, your weight keeps piling up, but get down into I'll even go with you 275. Diet down and exercise down. Are you exercising?
I work out in the yard. I got a rock garden and stuff.
So what do you mean? You move stuff around, you get a little sweat up?
Yeah, I do a lot of walking and bending and stuff like that.
Can you walk? Now, when you say I do a lot of walking, just to know how much, do you ever walk on a treadmill?
No.
I'd like you to. I'd like you to walk on a treadmill at between 2 miles an hour and 2.5 miles an hour, so nothing gets going wrong, and get the blood really going. And with being as good as you are at losing some weight, because you lost a lot of weight, I think you can get down to 275 fast. And then at 275, I want you to go ahead and have the surgery and, report to the MD about all of the stuff and your heart rate and things like that. Keep a record of all of that. And at 275, go and get your lap band surgery, and then don't put that weight back on, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, thanks, Ricky. I appreciate it. You know who I used to mock relentlessly, and hopefully Ricky's still listening? Carney Wilson went and had lap band surgery and just ate right back through it. Now, Carney and I have some history together, and I don't love her that much. We're not great friends, and I started making fun of her on the air. You know what? You're such a target. If you go and have that kind of surgery, lose all that weight, need it, and put it right back on, it's so bad for you. Plus, I hope that Ricky takes this as me trying to kick it away. I will mock you relentlessly, Ricky. If you diet down, get the lap band, and put all that weight back, I will be mean to you. So walk, diet, and go and have your surgery, and you'll be fine, Ricky.
If you've got a question for the life coach, there is still time to call 800-252-1025, or you can email lifecoach@kzok.com. We've got an email from Nancy in Seattle. I met a guy on a dating website. He is 37. I am 52. He is good looking, respectful, and pays for everything. On our first date, he revealed he's a devout Christian. I am not. He was okay with that. On our second date, he wanted to commit to dating only each other. I agreed. On our third date, he freaked out and said he couldn't do it. A few days later, he called and apologized. We agreed to meet up again. He texted me 2 hours and said, I need to reschedule. I'm working late. Now I'm starting to get angry. Should I be? Should I reschedule? I like him, but he needs to date me or not date me. It's fun going out with him. Please help.
How'd you know? You're only 2 dates into it. If I'm not mistaken, my math isn't wrong. This is the second date they're talking about?
Third date, he freaked out. So they've been on 3 dates.
I don't know. This guy's so much drama. I'm saying, go ahead as long as you are prepared for the drama this is going to be. But if the goal is to get into a deep relationship with this guy, I would move along. Now, don't let the Christian thing bother you. My ex-wife was, at the time anyway, a devout Christian and went to church. You know what? I said, all right. What the hell? I'll go. And I got a lot out of it. And, she didn't hassle me too much. So, you know what? The Christians I know are fine people. But having said that, this guy's drama that you don't need, what I would do is I would date him for sport. I'd continue to date him while you find somebody else, somebody a little bit. And, hey, if I'm all wrong and while you're sport dating this guy, it turns out, hey, I really like him. He really likes me. He said he was sorry for the drama. Then to hell with it. Go and be with him. But on the front page of this relationship, this guy's trouble, and it's not going to end very well. I say sport date him because you're dating him until you find the right guy. He's Mr. Right now, not Mr. Right.
800-252-1025. Call that number if you've got a question for the life coach, whether it's a relationship or maybe it's your family, maybe it's your job, maybe it is your addiction or your partner's addiction. Any kind of problem, Danny will help you at 800-252-1025. Also, I always want to remind you, you can change your name if you need to. Lie about who you are, where you live. Call yourself Becky from Mars.
You can.
Or call yourself Drew in Shoreline.
Shoreline. Hi, Drew. Drew? Oh.
Drew, call back. In the meantime, we've got phone lines open at 800-252-1025, and we've got another email from Sam in Seattle.
Salmon?
Sam in Seattle.
What a weird fake name, Salmon.
I started my own dog grooming business a year and a half ago. I invited a fellow groomer to rent space from me. We'd split rent and utilities. She has lots of clients, but I've been struggling. My name is on the lease, and I've thought about raising her rent. She's turning away dogs without even asking me if I can groom them. She's not being a team player. I feel like I hand her everything on a silver platter, and I'm not getting anything in return. What should I do? Should I raise her rent or just kick her out and find someone else who'll be a team player?
I wouldn't be kicking anybody out. You're barely making ends meet, man. You've got problems here. So what I believe that she is doing is she's trying to renegotiate her rent right now. That she will turn you on customers, and that's what I think you should do. I don't know if you know this, maybe you do. That's how hair salons work. Did you know that? I didn't know that's how hair salons work, that nobody in there really is an independent contractor, or rather everybody is, and you're renting from the guy who owns the building. He puts in the building, the chairs, the sinks, and all that stuff. That's what's happening here, and you put out all the money for this. I would suggest I wouldn't raise her rent yet. But I would think about it. But I would press with the, hey man, if you have extra dogs, turn it over to me. But whatever you charge them, you might have to kick her back 10%. She's doing you some good financial service. I think you have to do it with her, and that's what I think is happening. She's going to say, hey, I'm going to give you this dog. I don't know what they charge, so I'm going to go with an easy number to divide. I get $50 for this dog. You get paid $40 and give her $10. You get paid $30 and give her $20. I don't know what it'd be, but I think even if she's not doing that to you, she should. And you should mention that to her. Hey, I'll take that dog for $50 that they were going to pay you. I'll do a great job, the best of my ability, but I will kick back you $20 of that. I think that's a great idea. Take the excess dogs that she has and kick her back a little and make that an exact fraction of what you're going to get back. Not like 20 on this dog, 17 on this dog. No, it's 20% of what you get for the dog. Kick it back to her because it was originally her client. That's the very least that you should do. And that's a good meal plan. I like that. I think that'll work out for you.
800-252-1025. That is the number to call with your problems. Danny Bonaduce will help you. He has been through it all and will help you figure it out. Lifecoach at KZOK.com is the email that is available to you 24/7. Suzanne in Seattle sent an email. My son is on track to earn his bachelor's degree in 2 years. He has high career ambitions. He just told me he's moving out of our house to move in with his girlfriend at her mother's house. His girlfriend is not in school. She works part-time delivering pizza. She wants to be a tattoo artist. I don't think that.
I hate her. Can I get that out for your boyfriend? I mean, for your child. I hate her. For somebody else's kid, they might be great, but not for yours.
I don't believe they have anything in common for the long term, and I think her influence on my son is counterproductive. My son and I used to have a close, healthy relationship, but he's grown distant since dating her. I'm divorced. I'm completely supporting him, and he thinks money from his work-study job will provide rent to her mother. How do I handle this situation without alienating my son?
Don't worry too much about alienating your son. What happens is it takes a little more to alienate your son than you think it does. It's a lot of work to alienate a son. You know what? Thank God, because I'm going to say, and I'm not trying to be funny here, I tried in a way. My son, who was with me over this last weekend, referenced a couple of things when I was still drinking and what an unhappy household that really was. I mean, man, I am glad. He loves me, man, and wants to be around me. And I am, he doesn't even know I'm trying to make up for past transgressions. He just knows that, I like him and it's fun to be around his dad. It's a little harder to get to put a real chip in the relationship between you and your son. And I just think you need some real, I don't like the girl. I'll be honest with you. I don't like the girl, but don't step in the way of that. I would just shower accolades on your son. Getting a 4-year degree in 2 years, that's the way I heard that. Maybe he's just 2 years from now. But either way, a college degree is nothing to sneeze at. That's a great thing. I think he's going to walk into this relationship with this girl and her mom, and I think he's going to go, I don't love the way this house works. I don't love a girl that her end-all desire in life is, does that have pepperoni on it and where are the ink guns? I think your kid, he's just finding out what's going on in life, who does what. Mostly everything your kid does right now revolves around, hey, I want to think about sex more, then I want to talk about sex more, then I want to have some sex more, then I want to talk about sex more. So, that's what's happening right now. I think you got a great relationship with your kid, and I think the fact that she doesn't go to school and she's a pizza. You got to get your pizza. I get pizza all the time. I like the pizza delivery person. But, that she wants to just do whatever she wants to do is not up to your kid's standards. And I think you don't have to do a lot of stuff to find out your kid is going to realize that on his very own. Hey, that's all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. I appreciate the calls and the emails. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.